What's up, YouTube? This is the Even Oracle here. How you guys doing out there today? It's Sunday, early afternoon out here on the East Coast. Just got done having some lunch. Just thought I'd make another video to keep you guys in touch with the energy floating around today. We are full force Mercury retrograde. So anyways, this video's got no title yet. I'm actually just going to draw some cards, see what sort of energy comes out during the reading, and I will title the video after the cards or the universe lets me know what the hell we're talking about here. Anyways, I'm going to start off with my Crow Tarot deck. Really like this deck. I got it for Christmas from somebody. I really appreciate it. As you can see here, I got a black onyx crow. It's actually carved out of solid black onyx, and it is one of my spirit animals amongst other. So let's see what we got going on here. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. Hope you guys had a great week, and let's see what's February is just starting, so maybe this is the energies coming up in February. You know, we got, besides Mercury retrograde going on, we got a new moon coming up on top of Valentine's Day, which should be happening pretty damn close around that new moon. So let's see what we got going here. New moon, Valentine's Day, February, and Mercury retrograde. I think all these energies will come into play. Not to mention that we have Hecate right here helping with our divination, which is always very appreciated. Let's start drawing some cards and see where this reading takes us. First card, Judgment. Next up, Four of Cups. I'm going to go ahead, instead of like what I usually do and drag ass on these videos and start talking about what each card means. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you guys been watching tarot long enough, you know what each card means. If not, when I start doing the intuitive interpretation of the cards, you're going to know the meaning. So we're just going to draw cards, and then I will start being intuitive for you. The Hangman is the next card. Followed by the Seven of Cups. Followed by Four of Pentacles. I do like these cards because they are slightly bigger than the standard tarot deck, but not too big to where they're a pain in the dick to shuffle. These cards, just because they have a slightly bigger size, allow the artwork to kind of pop on them. And obviously it is the Crow Tarot deck, so everything is about crows on this deck. The Hierophant, the next card here. Alright, Two of Pentacles. So I am definitely seeing a pattern going on here. We got Pentacles, Cups, and heavy hitter Major Arcana cards here. So what we got next? The Tower. Alright, shit. Out of 8 cards, we drew 4 Major Arcana. Let's see what we got going on here. Alright, Judgment. That's when the universe calls bullshit on a situation or things going on in your life. They either bring you to judgment for things that you've done karmically, or things, people around you have done things karmically that have thrown things off of balance. Four of Cups, that's about missed opportunities. It's also being about reminiscing on the past and kind of sulking about cups that have spilled out, not seeing what the divine has for you as far as a new cup being offered from the divine. The Hangman card, which is about being stuck. The Seven of Cups, which is about choices. Choices in emotion, choices in relationships, partnerships. And then Four of Pentacles next, which is about holding on to your money, saving It's also about being miserly. It's also about just holding on to situations. Hierophant, that's that card of commitment, higher learning, and being committed to traditional aspects of life. Next, we got the Two of Pentacles. That's about juggling back and forth between ideas, trying to balance out a situation, choosing between two choices, or just juggling in general. And then the Tower. That's about acts of God, sudden crumblings of foundations, or crumblings of things that you've built down to the foundation. So it could either be rebuilt back up in the correct way, or for just to be knocked down because it wasn't meant to be. And usually if the Tower springs up in your life, it means that you weren't paying attention to your synchronicities, guides, higher self, or your intuition, and the universe had to step in and correct things to get you back on the right path. And usually when the universe has to cause a tower, you don't just let that tower fall. That means that basically you're going to be suffering in the process of the tower crumbling. So what I got here is, in some situation in your life, there's judgment or divine judgment being called upon you or a person in your life because of a missed opportunity, because of worrying about past cups that have spilt out, not seeing what the divine actually had offered you that was a better cup than the other cups that have spilt out. Three of Cups that have spilt out in the Four of Cups card is this. To me, the Four of Cups card is always like the Three of Cups but spilt out, and the Ace of Cups in one card. That's like a combination of energies. At least that's the way I interpret it. So I'm looking at, there was maybe a third party situation, 3 relationships in your past that didn't work out, whatever the case may be in your specific situation. Those 3 cups spilled out. You ignored the offer of the divine, the Ace of Cups being brought down to you from the clouds, and kept focusing on these 3 past relationships that spilt out, or a third-party situation. Either way, that energy has been judged by the universe because it kept you in hangman position. It kept you stuck, going through trials, going through constant karmic cycles, constant tests, until you finally got the point. And then the universe came back along, gave you that 7 of Cups. That 7 of Cups is about choices. So maybe the universe came back along and gave you multiple choices to see what the hell you were going to do with it, because obviously when you, in the past here, they had to call judgment on you because you were in hangman position about 3 cups that had spilled out, not seeing the cup that they actually brought towards you. You can see in the 7 of Cups card, you got a bunch of stuff in each cup. A lot of it doesn't look very good. You got a bird skull. You got a mountain, which is, difficult to climb. You got that snake energy. You got a flower, a heart, and the wreath representing peace or victory. So really, it depends on what you did with your choices coming up. But it seems like the judgment was called because you tried to hold on to something that wasn't for you with this 4 of Pentacles underneath the Judgment card. And next to it, you got the Hierophant card. The Hierophant card is that card of tradition, marriage, higher learning in a spiritual sense, in a traditional spiritual sense. So I'm not sure if the universe called bullshit that you were holding on to some sort of outdated spiritual beliefs just because that's what your granddaddy told you was right, if your daddy told you that was right, even though you knew from your intuition that, that shit's outdated. Or it could be a marriage commitment or something like that that you held on to, that you were supposed to be letting go and explore your options and choices above. Or it could be here with the 2 of Pentacles that you actually kept yourself in this hangman position by being between this outdated spiritual thinking, this outdated spiritual knowledge, holding on to it when you knew that those, or relationship as well, commitment, could be either one depending on who this is for out in the collective. I know these general readings go to multiple people, so it probably resonates different for different ones out there. I always get multiple messages from the different card readings that I do. So if you were holding on to some outdated commitment, even though you knew it wasn't for you, that kept you stuck in hangman position and holding on to something you weren't supposed to, crying over spilled milk with the 4 of Cups card and not looking at this new Ace of Cups offered by the divine, well, the universe called judgment. And on the second hand, if you were juggling this energy about new spiritual understandings, even though you've been getting downloads, the ascension process, and a better understanding of really how things work, but you're trying to hold on to outdated thinking because that's what your granddad told you, well, the universe called bullshit on that as well because it was keeping you stuck from moving forward, and maybe you didn't make the right choice. And either way, all of this adds up to bang, the tower moment, which is never comfortable for anyone. That means a total shattering or disillusionment of your beliefs, whether that was a spiritual belief or disillusionment in love and relationships because you held on to something that wasn't for you when the universe had offered you something much better to let you move forward, possibly to move forward with the right person to go into new spiritual beliefs that were actually beneficial to you rather than holding on to old traditions just because they're a tradition, which I definitely don't recommend anybody does that. I definitely don't do that. So let's see here. Let's get another deck going. You know what? I had my handy assistant today pick the decks for me as far as which decks I was going to use. She picked this Egyptian tarot deck, which my friend from Los Angeles actually gave me before I moved out to Florida, which I'm grateful for, but for whatever reason, I don't really use this deck very often. So there must be a reason my trusty assistant over here helped me pick this deck out, and we're going to see what the hell this deck actually has to say. All right, we got 9 of Wands. All right, followed by the Knight of Wands. So we got Wounded Warrior player energy coming up here. Followed by 4 of Wands. All right, well, this is all Wands. Somebody's swinging their dick around. That's all I can say. Followed by the Hangman. Okay, double Hangman. All right, so let's intuit what we got going on here. Knight of Wands means, you know, being wounded from situations but still standing up in the fight. It's that Wounded Warrior card. Followed by the Knight of Wands, which is basically usually the player card. That's somebody who rushes in, rushes back out. That's that on again, off again, in and out kind of energy. Flip-flopping type of nonsense. Followed by the 4 of Wands, which is that higher connection card, also known as a marriage card, also known as the twin flame card. The 4 of Wands is that 11-11 usually, or soulmate, either one. But with the Hierophant and the 4 of Wands, it looks like, well, maybe the universe called judgment on you for 2 reasons. You know, just like I was saying before, with the spiritual aspect of this reading and the relationship or love aspect of this reading. Maybe you're holding on to a partner that you shouldn't have been holding on to because of the Hierophant and the 4 of Wands card, but still rushing around in this Knight of Wands energy. And either you or your partner felt wounded because you're holding on to something, probably for monetary reasons, because we got the 4 of Pentacles going on. So you're holding on to a relationship for tradition and monetary reasons, not for the right reason, which is love, growth, respect, caring, all those type of things, right? And because you wounded your partner or wounded yourself or wounded both of you in this process because you're out there swinging that wand around with that Knight of Wands, being flip-flopping, you kind of messed up this entire 4 of Wands Hierophant combination, which is that, you know, commitment, relationship, marriage type of situation. And with the Hangman twice, it looks like you just held on and kept both you and your partner stuck while you wanted to keep the finances, keep the stability, keep up the persona of holding on to tradition in front of your peers, families, and everybody else. But at the same time, you wanted to walk around, run around, rush around like that Knight of Wands, swing that wand around, swing that cookie around, whatever the case may be. But either way, you were caught between 2 worlds, straddling the fence. And you know what? When you straddle the fence, neither the dark side or the light side likes your ass. You got to pick. You want to be Knight of Wands, go out there, be a player, go on and do that shit. Nobody's judging. But if you want everybody to see you as the Hierophant, Four of Wands energy, go on and do that fully. If not, you're not respected. You're not looked at in a good light from the universe or the people around you, because people can smell bullshit on your breath when you act that way. All right, let's draw some more cards out here. I'm going to do Law of Attraction deck. And I got one of those Ninja Foodies in my little place that I got. And damn, that thing is amazing. You can cook just about anything you want to in that thing. It does like every kitchen gadget all rolled into one. The thing's pretty badass. I don't know why I'm bringing that up. I just been eating a lot out of that thing. I've been enjoying it, so. All right, well, the Three of Swords wants to come out. Three of Swords in this particular deck is arrivals and departures, and the classic meaning of the Three of Swords is third-party interference and also heartbreak. So it definitely goes along and matches up with the energies we have going on so far. Oh, the Strength card wanted to jump out on us. Strength card on top of Knight of Wands. All right, so we got some strong player energy going on here. Heartbreak, third-party situations, arrival and departure. That's that in and out energy. It also could be that somebody out there in the collective, I don't know how many people this will resonate with, but somebody who took a trip to go be a player somewhere else, got that strong player energy, strong deceptive energy going on there. But at the same time, they wanted to hold on really tightly to their how they were viewed by people with that Hierophant card and that Four of Wands card. You know, that real commitment that they had, or the faux commitment, however it resonates with you. They wanted to hold on to that really tightly, really strongly, but they also wanted to be strong player energy, strongly going out there, taking trips, possibly telling their partner it's a business trip, telling their partner they're going to work somewhere, but at the same time, they're actually going out to go fuck around and swing that wand around. But let's see what's next. All right, Five of Swords. That's the card of defeat. You can also see here on the card, it's a graph with the arrow going downwards. It's like losing momentum, losing value. So if you're in that energy of trying to, you know, be a player and also hold on to a traditional commitment, you're definitely going to be losing value in the sight of your peers, people around you, your family, because that shit's going to come to the surface regardless of how strong pimping you are with this strength slash Knight of Wands card, because that shit eventually always comes to the surface. All right, next, Six of Pentacles. This Six of Pentacles card in this deck is the anxiety card. You see the guy on top of the cigarette. So this is definitely causing anxiety to somebody. Definite anxiety, nervousness, because probably they don't want this double lifestyle or two-facedness to come out, you know? When somebody's leading two types of lifestyles where they're trying to portray themselves as Four of Wands and the Hierophant to their people around them, that they care about their opinion, but behind closed doors or in the night or whenever, they're out there doing this strength Knight of Wands, you know? That's actually a cause for, I'm almost taking this particular Six of Pentacles card, it's almost to me feels like the Nine of Swords energy, that sleepless night, worry, nervousness, because, you know, you don't want your image that you portray to people to actually get out there and people to see you for who you really are, which to me that's sad. If you want to do either one of those things, I think you can, but I think you got to be upfront about it. Matter of fact, if you're upfront about it, you might even be able to have a partner where you can have a traditional commitment and be a player at the same time. I just think that the honesty is the best policy in that situation. There's plenty of people out there that are into polyamory, polygamy, and all sorts of other stuff. and they don't have a problem with having both energies. The only difference is one person feels real nervous about it because they're leading a double life, lying to half the people they know and lying to the other half of the people they know, rather than just being upfront about it. If you're upfront about it, then you know what, you give somebody a choice. You don't go against their free will, and on top of that, you're actually more respected because, well, you do what you want, you're authentic to yourself, and you're authentic to both lifestyles. It's not a double lifestyle, it's an incorporated lifestyle, which, you know, I don't necessarily think that's for me, but for other people that it is for, as long as you're upfront and honest, I don't really honestly see a problem with that. All right, Knight of Wands again. All right, so double dose of player card here. So I almost feel that at the same time, while you're nervous about your double lifestyle being led out into the ether, people knowing about it, I think that the person that you're committed to, the person that you think you're juggling, is actually also doing the same damn thing behind your back, which to me sounds like a damn shame. If you both want to do that shit, it seems like you probably can make an agreement on it and still have that Hierophant Four of Wands and also be your Knight of Wands energy at the same damn time. It almost seems like you got two people in the collective out there that are definitely into this Knight of Wands action and also wanting to keep up appearances with this Hierophant Four of Wands. But they're just too nervous and afraid about it, just to be honest, which to me that's, I'm not sure exactly why. That people are strange as fuck. Oh shit. Six of Cups in reverse. That's crazy because I don't ever even keep cards in reverse in my deck. That's looking back at the past with fond memories. That's almost like not giving a shit about the past and the fond memories. You know? You know, in all my videos, I almost never have cards in reverse. It's not that I can't read them, like some tarot readers on the internet try to say that tarot card readers who don't read reverses, it's because they don't know what it means. I mean, it's pretty damn simple. If you know what the card means, it's the opposite fucking meaning. So I don't know what the point of that is. But I truthfully use so many different decks that to get the message out, I just don't feel that it's necessary to have reversals. And on top of that, I'm kind of OCD and just like to keep my cards in the upright because I don't want to fucking deal with having my shit in different directions. All right, next, the Hermit card. That is the card of introspection. It's also a very highly spiritual card about going into hermit mode while you're learning, growing, improving yourself. So I feel like, you know, whoever these two people, obviously, that are in this situation in the collective that are going through this anxiety about their double lifestyle, getting out to the public, feeling like they're going to be judged with the Judgment card, feeling like the tower is going to crash down on them. It almost feels to me like after the Six of Cups, where they basically don't really care about it, they're just kind of moving forward in things, trying to go on to the next best thing, that for a while they're going to have to spend a little bit of time alone, a little bit of time doing a self-inventory, possibly coming to grips with who they want to be in their life, rather than trying to portray something that they're not to the people around them, so they can get rid of this nervous energy, this anxiety here. All right, Wheel of Fortune. So there we go. End of one cycle, beginning of a new cycle. The karmic wheel spins. Whether it spins in your favor or not depends completely on if you do the inner work with that Hermit card, or if you try to pass up that and, you know, continue this dual lifestyle, this dual way of being, rather than just being honest with yourself and those around you. Let's see here. All right, we're already getting to 24 fucking minutes. Let's go on and pull some oracle cards. Got this psychic oracle here. All right, transformation. That's what the universe wants to see from you. They want to see change. That's the transformation in this deck is a 13 card. That is that Scorpionic Death card energy that you get in a standard tarot deck. That's basically going within, ending one cycle, starting of a new cycle, but transforming and actually progressing in who you are after going into hermit mode, which to me seems very fitting for this reading. All right, triumph. So you will triumph in this situation here, you know, by having things go in the proper direction with the transformation card, doing that inner work. You will have victory in the end when this wheel spins. You know, it's the triumph card is 7. That's the number on the card in numerology. 7 is all about spirituality and consciousness. It's also the number of Saturn. It's also the day of Saturday. And it is highlighted by the color blue, which is very fitting for the Hermit card. It's a almost all dark blue card. It's that of the throat chakra. It's about speaking up, speaking your truth, being who you are for real, not faking. And it's also in different esoteric systems. The number 7 is also the number of completion. So it's the completion of one cycle, transformation into the new cycle where you triumph by opening up, speaking your truth, being who you are, being authentic. And then boom, all right, another 7 card, patience and planning. So it might take patience and planning if you have this whole life built up on illusion around the Hierophant and 4 of Wands, even though you're doing this double Knight of Wands thing, you know, where both partners are secretly being the Knight of Wands, having multiple options, keeping themselves stuck in a situation, being judged by the universe. And the universe is basically saying the tower will fall on you if you don't go ahead and patiently plan how you're going to make this situation right. If you don't go within, do some introspection, and get out of this faking energy, faking a funk energy. Just be authentic. If you want to be the way you want to be, let people around you know it, and if they can't deal with it, cut their ass off. All right, I'm going to do 3 more oracle cards, and then we're going to wrap this shit up. So I've been rambling too damn long. Healing. All right, yeah. So when you finally let the tower fall, when you finally transform, when you finally let one karmic cycle end and a new karmic cycle begin, you get triumph because once you go in and do some introspection and realize it's better to be authentic than to be a faking ass motherfucker, then you actually get healing from within of who you are. If that's who you are, if you want to be the Knight of Wands, or even if you don't want to be the Knight of Wands, but that just is who you are, go on and be the Knight of Wands and get inner healing. Reconcile who the fuck you are with who other people expect you to be, and keep it moving, keep it pushing. All right, next card, innocence. You know, you don't have to be looked down upon. You can still be looked at as innocent by the universe when they cast judgment or try to throw towers at you if you're just honest and authentic. When you're honest and authentic, the universe doesn't judge your little daily activities and behaviors. When you're honest and authentic, actually, no matter what behaviors it is that you're doing, the universe sees it as innocent because you're not being fake. The universe does not like fake. It does not play favorites with fake. It plays favorites with authenticity. So anybody out there in the collective who wants the universe to see them as innocent in a karmic sense, to where you're not throwing things off of balance, to where judgment and the tower has to come to you, just be authentic. That is definitely what the universe has to tell you today. Fuck the universe, I'm telling you too. Love. All right, yeah. That's the other thing, is that you can still have love. You can still have tradition. You can still have all the good aspects in your life. And if you happen to be a person who wants to be the Knight of Wands, you want to have choices, you want to be in this Four of Cups energy, where you still deal with the past and you deal with this new offer. That's fine. You can have that love. You can have the love of the universe and other people around you, but just do it authentically. I think the universe doesn't like phonies, doesn't like fakes, doesn't like liars. It likes people who are just straight up and honest about things. And when you're straight up and honest about things, then you can gain healing. You can reconcile the shadow aspects of yourself along with the aspects that most people will consider good traits, and be found innocent in the spiritual court, because then judgment and the tower won't touch you, because you still have your karma balance, because you've balanced your shadow side, you've balanced your good traits, and you've been honest and authentic about it through the whole thing. And in the end, you still get love. So you don't have to basically give up one thing for another, it seems like, is what this reading is saying. It's saying that authenticity is the name of the game. It's the key to happiness. It's what the universe respects. It's what other people respect. So if you're bold enough to be the Knight of Wands, rush in and out, and you're bold enough to do that at the same time of being the Hierophant, Four of Wands, that's fine. At least that's what the universe is saying. It's cool as long as you are healing your old wounds, not being a phony. You'll be found innocent in the spiritual court in that sense by being honest and authentic, and you'll still have love in your life. Whether that be friends, family, partners, lovers, husbands, wives, whatever that happens to be for you in the collective, it's all possible. You don't have to give up one or another. All you have to give up is phoniness over authenticity. All right, well, enough of me bitching and preaching at you here. This is the Eben Oracle. I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. I would really appreciate some views, likes, comments, shares, subscribes, all that shit. If you want a specific topic to a video, hit me up in the comments section. Anyways, peace out.